We're good to go? Off we go. Welcome everybody tonight to our May 2021 Town Board agenda. Before we get going, I'd like everybody to stand and we'll say a quick pledge. Get that done. Okay, pledge allegiance. Can't hear anybody. To the flag, United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, justice and liberty for all. Thank you. Okay, with us tonight, we have our entire town board. We have Andrew Regenbaum, we have Steve Moreau, Stephen Bedetti, and Sylvia Santiago. I'm George Myers. We also have our town attorney, Dave Zagon, our town clerk, Kelly Allegra. We have Danielle from the IT, providing us IT services, and Katrina Rappa from my office is standing by for any emails that may come in. The first item that we'll do is a public comment item. Anybody want to speak and the public want to speak to agenda items, we'll let you speak for whatever length of time you'd like to speak, and we'll hold up for a minute or two to see if anybody wants to comment on agenda items. Anybody in? Kelly? Oh, Kelly. Wait, it's this, and I'm going to ask you. Okay, nobody's there? All right, we're going to move on then. All right. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor, approve the minutes of the Town Board meeting held on April 7th, 2021, as per copies posted on the Town Clerk's bulletin board in the Town Hall, and same distributed to the Town Board members. Motion?
Move.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilman Regenbaum,
Yes.
Councilman Moreau,
Yes.
Councilman Bedetti,
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago,
Yes.
Supervisor Myers.
Yes. Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor, authorize the supervisor to execute the attached proposal for professional services in the amount not to exceed $13,400 plus reimbursables from Tectonic Engineering and Surveying Consultants, PC, for geotechnical exploratory work and engineering report that will identify options for corrective action to be taken in connection with the Sloop Hill Road pavement settlement and embankment stability project. Motion?
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Regenbaum,
Yes.
Councilman Moreau,
Yes.
Councilman Bedetti,
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago,
Yes.
Supervisor Myers.
Yes, this has to do with Sloop Hill Road that our highway superintendent, Anthony Feo, has tried to fix this problem for a number of times, but it's just getting worse and worse. And we'll actually had to get someone in here. Tectonic will do it, take a look at it and make some proposals, but we have to do some serious work to that Sloop Hill Road, just eroding away on us. Chair will make the motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor, authorize a final payment in the sum of $22,642.85 to CPL for replacing the Lake Road Bridge over Metro North Railroad Port Jervis Line Project pursuant to recommendation of Bowie Hauser Etzel Consulting Engineers, DPC, dated 14 April 2021, #32. Motion?
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Regenbaum,
Yes.
Councilman Moreau,
Yes.
Councilman Bedetti,
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago,
Yes.
Supervisor Myers.
Yes, this is this Lake Road Bridge project, which is finally done, and I think there may be one more motion on this having to do with maybe a rebate. To receive and file, hearing no objections, Town Board, Town of Windsor, hereby receive and file with the town clerk the attached road use and crossing agreement between Town of Windsor and New York Transco LLC dated March 22nd, 2021, memorializing the New York Transco LLC responsibility to pay and otherwise indemnify Town of Windsor for damage to roadways arising from or related to the New York Transco LLC Rock Tavern to Sugarloaf Electronic Transmission Project. They're putting in a new transmission line Just a small part of the Windsor is part of this project, but our highway superintendent, Anthony Feo, has been in touch with these people. I have met with them, and I don't see there's gonna be much of a problem for Windsor. No objection, the town board, town of New Windsor hereby receive and file with the town clerk the attached notice of claim in the matter of Earl S. Conklin versus the New Windsor Highway Department. This has something to do with one of our highway trucks during a snowstorm. So that's just receiving file. Chair will entertain a motion, town board, town of Windsor, authorize the supervisor to execute a change order number 1 with Black Electric Incorporated for adjustment of the contract time in the amount of 106 days on the multiple standby generators for wastewater pump stations project. Said change order shall be in a form acceptable to town attorney and with the approval of the town engineer. Motion?
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Regenbaum,
Yes.
Councilman Moreau,
Yes.
Councilman Bedetti,
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago,
yes,
Supervisor Myers.
Yes, this just has to do with an extension of time, giving them a little more time to get the job done. Project's long overdue and we get those done. Chair will entertain a motion, town board, town of Windsor hereby authorize the town supervisor to execute the attached agreement to purchase real property with the city of Newburgh, thereby dedicating temporary permanent easements to same in exchange for their construction of a new water meter pit as more fully set forth in the resolution attached here to motion.
Move.
second,
Roll call.
Councilman Regenbaum,
Yes.
Councilman Moreau,
Yes.
Councilman Bedetti,
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago,
yes,
Supervisor Myers.
Yes, this has to do with the Walsh Road, over the Quisea Creek, that they're making some improvements there, and the town of New Windsor will be getting a new water meter and a new pit in that area. Long overdue. They're in trouble anyway, so I'm glad that they'll be picking up the cost. Chair will entertain a motion, town board, town of New Windsor hereby submit its application for consideration under fiscal year 2022 Orange Urban County Consortium Community Development Program, and the town supervisor hereby authorized to submit this application for the Vales Gate Heights Drive Drainage Improvement Project as described in the proposal. Input from the citizens and group has been received and considered an application has been prepared which addresses their community concerns. The board further certifies that it has read and understood the Orange Urban County Consortium Community Development Guidelines for the fiscal year 2022 program year and has met all its applicable requirements, and that the information contained in the application is accurate and true to the best of its knowledge. If awarded the CDBG funds, the town shall implement the activities in a manner that ensures compliance with all applicable federal, state, and local laws and regulations. Motion? Motion.
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Regenbaum,
Yes.
Councilman Moreau,
Yes.
Councilman Bedetti,
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago,
yes,
Supervisor Myers.
Yes, we had a public hearing regarding this community development block grant, and our engineering firm submitted 3 possibilities along with the highway superintendent. Town board decided to go with this Vales Gate Heights drainage improvement, and we'll apply for that and see how it goes. Chair will entertain a motion, town board, town of New Windsor, at the request of the controller, in annex correspondence dated April 27, 2021, hereby authorize and approve for the hiring of a new full-time senior account clerk pursuant to Civil Service Law, Section 61. Motion?
move,
Second.
Roll call?
Councilman Regenbaum,
Yes.
Councilman Moreau,
Yes.
Councilman Bedetti,
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago,
yes,
Supervisor Myers.
Yes, the town board discussed this in executive session, says it was a personnel issue, and Rosa Moda was the choice. She's off the civil service list, and I think she'll be starting in another week. Chair will entertain a motion, town board, town of Windsor, award the lease purchase financing for the 2021 acquisition of 5 police vehicles and 1 cemetery dump truck in the amount of $232,300 to the Municipal Leasing Consultants, LLC, in accordance with New York State General Municipal Law. The town of New Windsor's purchasing and procurement policy and is recommended by Doreen Casey, Deputy Controller, in the attached correspondence. Motion?
Moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Regenbaum,
Yes.
Councilman Moreau,
Yes.
Councilman Bedetti,
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago,
yes,
Supervisor Myers?
Yes, this is a continuation of this board's support of the police department and giving them the equipment they need to perform their assigned duties. They're sorely needed of some new patrol vehicles, so I'm glad that they're getting them. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor, authorize the supervisor to execute change order number 1, MDS HVACR Incorporated, for exhaust fan modified ductwork, reconfigure supply ductwork, ceiling diffuser, and duct installation for the Town of Windsor ambulance building, HVAC project resulting in a total change order amount of $4,997, and the additional contract time of $141. Said change order shall be in the form of acceptable to the town attorney and with the approval of the town engineer. Motion?
Moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Regenbaum?
Yes.
Councilman Moreau?
Yes.
Councilman Bedetti?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes, this is long overdue. There's some work that we performed down in the MSS, which is commonly known as the Windsor Volunteer Ambulance Corps. We put some new walls up there. There's some ventilation going in, and we had this contractor come in, but I would be remiss not to acknowledge the work that Keith Bedetti and his crew performed down there to get this done. It was not an easy task. We kept changing direction every 2 minutes. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor, pursuant to the Windsor Town Code, Section 300-83.1C1, hereby appoint Gary Van Voris, 71 Steel Road, New Windsor, New York, 12553, as an alternate to the Town of New Windsor Planning Board. Term shall commence immediately and expire on May 5th, 2026. Motion?
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Regenbaum?
Yes.
Councilman Moreau?
Yes.
Councilman Bedetti?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes, I spoke with Gary. He's very happy to come on board, and I'm sure he's going to do a good job. And there was some interview conducted by our planning board chairman and our buildings inspector, and they kind of thought that this would be the best choice, and the town board went along with their recommendation. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor, authorize the supervisor to execute the attached memorandum of understanding between the Town of New Windsor Police Department and Fearless Hudson Valley Incorporated to establish and define procedures for the coordination and implementation of the Risk Reduction Response Program, known as RRRP. Motion?
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Regenbaum?
Yes.
Councilman Moreau?
Yes.
Councilman Bedetti?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes, this is the organization that was formerly known as Safe Homes, and they are now known as Fearless. And we have entered into an agreement with them where actually one of their personnel is actually on site with us in the police department a couple of days a week, dealing with domestic issues that our police department deals with. And I think it's been going very well. The person that they have assigned there is very active in this program, and I think it's just another step in our long journey of the reform, where we're actually having these people in our building helping us out with some of these things that maybe aren't really police matters, but they're the only ones who can possibly respond to most of these things. It's another receive and file. Hearing no objection, Town Board, Town of Windsor, receive and file a petition dated April 12th, 2021, entitled "In the Matter of Application of Temple Hill Brand LLC," herein referred to as a petitioner, for a change of zoning ordinance in the map of the Town of New Windsor Neighborhood Commercial NC table of use and bulk regulation, establishing an additional such use permitting filmmaking. This has been an ongoing thing. This has actually been going on since July of 2020. They've been trying to get some filming going in the old Toyota building, the holding time, and Alex's boat, which is all on Route 9W, and then some talk about maybe Pier 9 getting involved. But there's been a little trouble them getting themselves together, what the proper procedure is. So we actually had a meeting with them yesterday, the owners of this project, and we had a lot of our staff there. Myself and Councilman Bedetti were there, and I pretty much outlined for them that there's certain procedures they need to follow, and we're hoping that they do that, and then we would probably vote on the change. And if the before we vote on that, we definitely have a public hearing and we'd hear from the public as to what they think about it, but there are certain procedures that have to be followed, and now I think we are on the road to them following it. Hopefully this will get to the public where we get some input. Another receive and file. Hearing no objection, Town Board, Town of Windsor hereby receive and file with the town clerk the attached New York State Police Reform and Reinvention Collaborative Plan for the Town of Windsor, together with certification and filing receipt for the same. This was a requirement by Governor Cuomo that everybody, all the police departments, about 500 of them in New York State, had to get this in by April 1st. And I would just like to thank the police chief for his efforts and the reform committee that he brought into this program, and the town attorney, Dave Zagon. But we have now filed it and we are in total compliance with the state. Let's see.
George,
Yes, go ahead.
hold on one second. Dave, was there
What are you showing me? Did I miss something?
Number 14.
number 14? Yeah, number 14.
Okay, I'm seeing
George
notes from
got-
everybody. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna drift back. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Sometimes I get attached. I'm looking at the numbers, not paying attention.
The IT petition.
There it is, 14. Okay, I'm gonna get to that right now. Thank you all. How come you didn't tell me? Let me just breeze by this. This is your department.
Yeah.
Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor hereby adopt the attached information technology policy, authority and governance dated May 5th, 2021, establishing policies, procedures, and best practices for the Town of Windsor's technology infrastructure. Motion,
Moved.
Second.
roll call.
Councilman Regenbaum,
Yes.
Councilman Moreau,
Yes.
Councilman Bedetti,
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago,
Yes.
Supervisor Myers.
Yes, this had to do with an audit that the state did of our IT department, and we've answered everything they have to do. There's one issue I think that we're working on for online banking that the controller's office is working on, but I spoke to the people from the state and they were very happy with what's going on here. We've answered the 2 or 3 minor issues that they had. Hearing no objection, Town Board, Town of Windsor receive and file with the town clerk the attached monthly reports for the following departments for April 2021. Justice Calderon, Justice Myers, Police Department, Building Department, Recreation Department, Tax Receiver Utility Report, Tax Receiver's Monthly Tax Statement, the Town Clerk, and the Windsor Emergency Medical Service. Okay, that closes that portion of the meeting. The next thing on our agenda is a public forum, which we will take a couple of minutes and wait to see if anybody wants to get in and ask a question about anything at all, and I'll do my best to answer it. While I'm waiting, I would just like to say that the town board has agreed to have a community day this year, and it'll be a little abbreviated. It'll be like 4 to 9, but there'll be a lot of stuff that was there before. There'll be things for the children. There'll be fireworks. So if you keep an eye on our town website or Facebook, you'll see the announcement. There is an announcement on there now that it is scheduled. And the town board also has agreed and consented to start the concert series again. So the concert series at Town Hall will begin. And if you keep an eye on our Facebook page, we'll be posting the dates of the concerts and what band or I think we maybe have a comedy night this year when that's going to be. So I think we are starting to come out of this corona, and it's been a long haul, and I know that a lot of people are kind of missing things that we do. We kicked the recreation programs off this year with the summer camp. We're going to have a lot of things in place for the kids to make sure that we keep them safe. But the board is anxious to get going to where we have been in years past. And the recreation director, Matt Veronese, is actually beside himself that we get going. So I think that slowly but surely we'll kick this off. I'm guessing that this will be our last virtual meeting. I think in June we'll be able to be in person, the board, and be in our meeting room. What we've also decided to do was go into live stream too. Even if we're in the meeting room where you come in person, we'll continue to do this. The board agreed to buy some new equipment that will be able to live stream that and interact with people who are online, the Facebook, in addition to the people who are here. So I think that the one good thing about the COVID, that this online business has really brought more people into the town government, which I think this board has talked about from the get-go, that we want more interaction with the public and to be more open. So I think once we get that going, then nothing will change. If people don't want to come in or go out, they can go online and they can pose questions to us, and we'll do our very best to answer them. But I think we're all anxious to get out of this. I'm anxious to get town hall hours back to where they were. I'm still a little concerned about too many people coming into the building, so we are moving in a direction. The numbers seem to be going the right place. We did have a little flare up in town a couple of weeks ago. We had 7 people come down with the COVID, so it's not completely gone, but we have a lot of our folks who are vaccinated, and we, like everybody else, we have some folks who don't want to be vaccinated. So that's also part of my consideration as to when we'll get everything completely open. But we are definitely moving in that direction. I'm very happy that we're doing that because it's been a long haul for all of us. Any of the board members want to say anything before I see if there's anybody that wants to come in? You lose, Mr. Bedetti.
Just so you know, when you went to the end before the public forum, it was 7:17, so you gained it after that.
All right, you win. Don't
I have a
forget.
question.
Yeah,
I have a question. So we're going to live stream. Would it be possible to have the planning board and ZBA streamed as well?
yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah, we just bought that equipment, so yeah, I'll speak with Patrick, John McDonald, and we'll see if we can set that up for them.
Thank you.
This has really been a good experience, I think, and sometimes we get 400 or 500 people that watch these meetings. And I know from past experience, maybe you get 3 or 4 or 5 people in the meeting room. So this does open it up to more people, and they don't have to actually watch it when it's actually going on. They can come back and watch it later. And they can always get a hold of me or one of the board members if they have a question, and we'll do our best to answer it. Anybody there? How about you, miss? Nobody? Okay. So that being said, Chair will entertain a motion, the town board, town of New Windsor adjourn the town board meeting at 7:22. Motion?
Move.
Second?
Okay, roll call.
Councilman Riggenbaum,
Yes.
Councilman Moreau,
Yes.
Councilman Bedetti,
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago,
Yes.
Supervisor Myers.
Yes. Good night, all.
Night.
night.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.